When Jane moved into her new apartment, she was thrilled to find an affordable place close to campus with a quiet roommate named Claire. Claire was a reserved, petite woman who kept to herself, often staying in her room with the door closed. Jane didn't mind. She appreciated the silence, especially with her heavy study load. For the first few weeks, things were uneventful. Claire rarely spoke, only offering a brief nod or a whispered greeting. At night, Jane would hear faint footsteps pacing back and forth in Claire's room. She assumed Claire was just restless or an insomniac. Then, the sounds started to change. Jane would hear the creak of the floorboards, followed by the soft sound of something dragging. One night, Jane woke up to a soft knocking on her bedroom wall. "Claire?" she called out, but there was no answer. She brushed it off as a dream and went back to sleep, but the knocking grew louder and more frantic over the next few nights. When Jane finally confronted Claire, she received no reply. The door to Claire's room was slightly ajar, and Jane felt a chill crawl up her spine as she peered in. Claire's room was empty, completely devoid of furniture or belongings. The only thing inside was a dusty, old mirror leaning against the far wall, reflecting Jane's shocked face back at her. Panicked, she called the landlord. "There is no Claire," the landlord replied, confused. "You rented the apartment alone." Jane tried to laugh it off, but that night, the knocking started again, louder and more insistent. This time, it was coming from inside her closet. With trembling hands, Jane opened the closet door, and there, she saw her reflection staring back at her from the dusty old mirror. But her reflection had a different expression, one of a sinister smile. The reflection whispered softly, "Now, we can be roommates forever." And then the lights went out.